Two police forces have agreed to pay damages to more than 600 people after a cover-up following the Hillsborough disaster. It comes despite nobody ever being convicted over the cover-up, following the tragedy in which 96 Liverpool fans died in the 1989 FA Cup semi-final. Well, Emmanuel Loney joins me now with more on this. And Emmanuel, this has come as a huge surprise for everyone affected.
Yes, a huge surprise indeed, Steve, because just last month, two former police officers and a former solicitor for South Yorkshire Police, that's Peter Metcalfe, Donald Denton and Alan Foster, were acquitted of 2 counts of perverting the course of justice after a judge ruled there was no case to answer. Now, they were accused of changing police statements to mask the failings of the force. Those statements were actually intended for use by the public inquiry into Hillsborough in 1989. But in the last few hours, we've learnt that South Yorkshire and West Midlands Police have agreed to pay damages to more than 600 people following the cover-up. Now, Saunders Law, who is the lead solicitor for the group litigation, say that cover-up had actually caused additional psychiatric injury to the survivors and also to the families of those who died.
But this claim from the victims' lawyers was actually started years ago, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right, Steve. The lawyers say that the claim was started in 2015 and was agreed in April this year, but it couldn't be reported on until the conclusion of the trial last month. And in a statement, Saunders Law said that there had been an almost complete failure of the justice system to deliver justice, and that they trust that this settlement will put an end to any fresh attempts to rewrite the record and wrongly claim that there was no cover-up. We've also heard from legal services who are representing 215 of those claimants.
To some extent, the money can never, ever replace what happened. It is a poor substitute for the suffering that they've been through, but it is a measure of people accepting that there is some element of justice in the system.
Now, going forward, Steve, the police forces will pay damages to compensate each claimant for injuries they suffered and provide access to a treatment fund for further psychiatric treatment or counselling. Now, in cases where claimants have died, the compensation will be paid to their estate.
Just very briefly, we're hearing from South Yorkshire Police, aren't we?
Yes, so they've offered an unreserved apology to those affected by the disaster and acknowledged that serious errors and mistakes were made.
OK, Emmanuel, thanks very much indeed.